of you really want to make an impact on other people? Let me see your hands. Make a difference in this world. So this is what I learned in Think and Grow Rich. That's what it's all about. And when I started teaching Think and Grow Rich, it was, I think, December 2015, I believe. And I spent about $10,000 in advertisement for a free seminar to be held in Toronto. And that day, the snowstorm was unbelievable. The seminar was supposed to be in the evening at 6 o'clock, and snow just would not stop. My wife said, why don't you cancel it? You have all the people, 50, 60 people who are showing up. Why don't you cancel it? I said, you never cancel the things. What if one person shows up there? What could happen? She said, okay, it's your choice. It took me 2 hours to go from Mississauga to downtown Toronto that evening. And I go to the hall, guess how many people were there? Just one. And I asked this young lady, I said, why are you here? She said, sir, I heard about Think and Grow Rich, and I didn't want to miss this opportunity to hear you speak. I said, all right. So I gave her briefing on Think and Grow Rich as if there were 300 people with the same passion. And I'm trying to explain to her the concept of self-image, that how we human beings have a very low image about ourselves and how it's created. Like, probably you heard the story, the elephant in the circus, you know, he doesn't know how powerful he is. And I gave her the example how they tie up the leg of an elephant in the circus and he doesn't know how powerful he is. As I'm explaining to her, and she started to cry. And she was an Asian lady from China. She started to cry. I asked her, why you are crying? She said, you know, I grew up in China. When I was a little baby, every time I did something wrong, my father would tie my leg with a bedpost to punish me. It reminded her of that time. She said, I hate my parents so much. I cannot stand them. I left home when I grew up, then I moved to relatives, then I came to Canada, and I have never spoken to them for years. And my background is psychology. I did my master's degree in psychology and counseling myself. You know, the thing is, when you see somebody is in mental anguish like this, your goal is to help them. So I didn't say, oh my God, your parents did this to you, this to you, this was not fair. I said, all right. I said, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Number 1 question is, when you have children, how will you treat them? She said, I'll treat them with tender, loving care, and I will never let them, I will never do anything to them what my parents did to me. That's the second question. When you tell your story to your children, how would they feel about you? She said, well, probably they'll feel sorry for me and hug me and help me and whatever. I said, great. That's the third question. How was your father treated by his father? She said, my father is still scared of his father. I said, oh, okay. Now see the turning point here now. I said to her, I said, see, you managed to escape the prison of your father, whereas your father is still prisoner of his father. So don't you think you should be feeling sorry for your father rather than being mad at him? She got up without saying bye or anything. She left the room. I said, what the heck I did? Did I do something wrong? I come home in snowstorm. My wife asked me. She said, what happened? How did you do? I said, look, there was only one person and this is the story. And she said, wow, that's weird. I'm sharing something with you so powerful at this moment. Hopefully it will impact you too. So I think around 4 o'clock in the morning, I get an email. I opened it, and I want to share that with you. Okay? I always have this email on my list. This is the email I got from this young lady. Hello, Satish. This is Ling. We met yesterday. Thank you for your lecture and talking to me after the class. I reflected myself for a while, and then I felt the lock in my mind was automatically opening. It will take me a while to make the lock disappear, but I know I can do this. Thank you. Now the highlight. Actually, I just finished talking with my family today after many years. I talked to my parents individually and said something to them that you told me to tell them. I felt the small change that happened to them at that time. Thank you very much. I got the part that you tried to let me think about their childhood and the way they grew up. Thank you for letting me build that connection in my mind. I felt sorry for them. And then I wanted them to see what I saw yesterday when I was talking to you. So, I am going to influence them like the way you did to me, as much as I can. They deserve it. Thank you again. You changed me yesterday and my family as well as in the future you never met. It's really nice to meet with you. Sincerely, Ling. See, this is what Think and Grow Rich is all about. It's not about making money, it's making you a person who can really make the difference in the lives of other people. So you can say, well, Satish, you spent $10,000 that month, you didn't make a dime out of this. Do you know how much this is worth? Do you have any idea when I read this story in my seminars to people, how much it impacts them? It's totally unbelievable. It's worth a lot more than probably hundreds of thousands of dollars it has given back to me in return. That is the power of Think and Grow. The point I want to make is this. Always do more than what you're expected to do. If you want to be successful in this life, and you have never been successful, you think, start doing one thing. Do more than what you are paid for to do. And pretty soon, you'll be recognized, you'll be acknowledged. The biggest problem in this world is this, that 98% of the population don't even do what they are supposed to do and they want to get paid. That's the big problem. Never mind going the extra mile. Extra mile, they don't even, so why should I go? They don't even go the mile they are supposed to go. See, this is what built our business. Every company we have owned, we have a lot of family businesses and very successful, multi-million-dollar company. It is strictly because we go beyond the call of our duty. We do more than what we are expected to do. And start practicing this. Teach this to your children. You have no idea what happened to their psychology. When they go for a job interview, they don't have to worry about it because they are the one who are going to do more than what's paid for. Which employer will not hire you? You tell me, who's the person who's not going to take you in because you do more than somebody else does? That's what you learn and think about. There are so many principles. It's absolutely mind-blowing. Thank you very much.